Hey y'all, it's Colin from Life Logos Podcast. I got a couple thoughts today, and I'm gonna really split them over two videos. But I'm gonna hit the first one because it's the one where we're at. You all know Ken. You've seen Ken. We've done our little thing together. It's been a minute since he's been here, but he's around. He and I were speaking on Saturday just about life. About some of the things that are going on, efforts being made, things of the sort. If you all don't know, right now I am currently in school and running a business and trying to get a video game developed, like a little handheld mobile game, and trying to produce a book. And that's a lot. And I didn't really think about how much it actually was. I was just kind of used to just being in stride and doing all of these things and trying to get it done. And Ken essentially came in and he was breaking it down for me in a really encouraging way. And, he's decided to step up and help out or even lead a lot of these efforts that we're doing in this striving for a better tomorrow. There is a plan to create a place where all of these people could come and it'll be like Disney, but it'll be much more adult than Disney in the fact that we'll take much better care of our people. And all of these things are falling into place so incredibly beautifully. And I, if you heard of my message a couple weeks ago, I'm struggling to believe that all of this is going to come into fruition, even though I see it happening in real time. I see the book being published. I see the game being developed. I see the team coming together and doing the work that they need to do. And it's happening. And there's evidence of these things happening. And so part of me just doesn't believe it. And it's not like, oh, I can't believe it. This is amazing. Like, oh, yeah, at some point the bottom's going to fall out. And I was talking to Ken, and Ken stepped up in a really big way when it comes to the video game, particularly. A way that I couldn't have asked him to do, and one I couldn't have deserved. And quite frankly, it, it would have taken more from me than I was prepared to give. And it would have taken twice as much just to be able to ask for somebody to help me. And he just stepped out and was like, hey, I'm here for you. I'm going to give you what you need in order to make this thing happen. Whether it succeeds or fails, I want to see you be successful because I believe in what you believe in. And man, I'm still kind of dumbfounded by that. And so part of me doesn't want to even bring it up or think about it or even accept the generosity of this man. And by the way, the things that he's asking to do is it would be on the list of most generous things I've ever seen in my life. I'm not really good with accepting gifts in general, let alone accepting a gift of that magnitude. Magnitude, let's put it that way. I don't want to say it because I don't necessarily want to commit him to it. But the fact that he was even willing to even have a discussion about it is more than I would have assumed. So credit to Ken. Conversely, I have another friend named Christopher. Not even conversely, it's really the same. Christopher has been one of my best friends for a long time, most of my life. Um, and he checks in regularly with me and he gives a lot of insight and advice on how this should be and how that should be and really does his best to think through the things that I don't necessarily want to think through. I'm a big picture person. I'm the person who thinks and then says this and points the direction, but I'm not the person who's on the ground making the little manipulations to make the dream possible. Both Ken and Christopher are very, very good at that. Um, and Christopher wanted to help out and give some functions and some feedback on particularly this game that it looks like we're going to be developing over the course of the next year. And I can't pay these people. I can't offer them something to compensate them for the thing that they're asking for. I don't. They just want to. They just see the vision, and they see the dream, and they see what I put in behind it, and they just want to help. And that is amazing. And that's what I believe the least. That's what I believe the least. I don't really believe people to be altruistic. I don't really believe people to be kind for no reason. And truthfully, I do believe in a lot of ways that I am alone, deeply alone. And if you want to do anything, you have to be willing to do it by yourself. And that most people will either be naysayers, hold you back, or try to usurp you somehow. And then I run into these two guys. And we've been friends with both these guys for years. And it's like, yeah, I'll help. I have what it means to help. I have the tools or the knowledge or the skill set or the ways to think through this that will help you get there. All you have to do is let me. Why? And that's the weird part of it, right? I think I've been so ingrained with this mindset of if someone's going to give you anything, it's got to come with strings attached. If someone's going to help you, it's going to come with strings attached. When in a lot of these cases, if one of my friends helps me out, I will help you out tenfold with whatever we create. But why would you just want to help me? Why would you care? Even if we are friends, I don't really hold the belief that people will help you just because. And what I'm realizing is that's rooted in the belief that I cannot simply be loved for no reason. If I'm going to be loved, it's going to be loved because of something I can do. It's going to be something because of I did, something I'm perpetually doing. Not just, hey, I'm going to love you simply for the sake of loving you because I love you. And that being enough. And now I'm running up against this belief. Now, when I say the word belief, just because I believe it doesn't mean that it's true. And just because I believe it doesn't mean that it's good. I could do a whole nother video on simply the ins and outs of believing, because oftentimes we conflate with believing to be true, even though the things that we often believe are not true and even are destructive. And those beliefs are guiding us away from where we're trying to go. And all of a sudden, I have this person, Ken and Christopher, who are like, I'm just going to help you just because I care about you. And then I'll be like, so what do I actually owe you on the back end of that? I have a belief that I can't be loved. I have a belief that I won't be loved. And I do hold that belief to be true. And I'm just becoming conscious of it. And the thing about beliefs is most of us have beliefs that we're not really conscious of. Most of the beliefs that we have, we're not conscious of. But I'm becoming conscious of the belief that I cannot be loved. And I have people who are trying to push against that belief. And if I let them push against that belief and win, then we become successful. But as I am pushing against that belief, I'm simultaneously trying to hold it. Subconsciously. Not that I want to. I'm just realizing that I am. And I'm coming to this in real time. If it sounds like I'm running circles in my argument, it's because I'm articulating this as the thoughts are coming to me. Because I didn't get on this video thinking about challenging my beliefs about whether or not I can be loved. I wasn't there 9 minutes ago when I started this. Well, what I am realizing in real time is that I have been holding this belief that there's no evidence for and is going to prevent me from achieving my dream. So, shout out to Ken and shout out to Christopher. I do need help. I need some help in some big ways, and I can't properly compensate you for it. And I can't explain why you would even do such a thing for anybody, let alone me. Because I know me, and quite frankly, I don't like me most of the time. Which I suppose is another belief. This has been a breakthrough, or at least an acknowledgement of a potential breakthrough. I'm Colin. This is Life of Logos. We'll talk to you next time.